a breathing practice followed by a Yoga Nidra, continuing with the focus of the movement class. Special attention for the back and the low back in particular in our breathing practice. Welcome to this short practice of a breathing practice followed by a Yoga Nidra. Today, continuing with the focus of the movement class, special attention for the back and the low back in particular in our breathing practice, beginning with settling, beginning with getting yourself comfortable. That might be lying down on your back, that might be sitting up. No wrong way to do this. The recommendation is that you be comfortable, that you find the position for your body that is soothing, that is easy. And our first item of attention is the breath itself, letting the body get comfortable in a resting position and letting the mind focus on the breath, letting the mind watch every inhale, every exhale, and see if you can make the breath as natural as you can, as effortless. It's tempting to control the breath, especially when the mind tunes into the breath. And so this request is actually quite an advanced practice to be able to watch the breath without controlling it. This is a yogic practice, if there are any. This is the practice of being a witness, of not controlling that which is tempting to control, practicing surrender, practicing acceptance and trust. Watch the breath. And let the mind move up and down the body along with the movement of the breath. As the physical inhale enters the body, let the awareness move from the tailbone up the spine to the top of the neck. And as the exhale leaves the body, let the awareness move back down the spine to the tailbone. So the inhale and the awareness are as if filling the body. The inhale comes in and fills the body, so the awareness moves up the spine as the body becomes fuller and fuller. And as the exhale exits the body, the awareness moves down the spine, down to the tailbone. In this awareness practice of the breath, notice if you're able to feel and notice the whole spine. Can you feel the tailbone, the sacrum, the 5 major vertebrae of the low back, and the 12 at the thoracic back, at the thoracic spine where the ribs connect, and then 7 bones of the spine, 7 vertebrae in the neck, vertebrae in the neck. So as the mind sweeps up and down this spinal structure, this mast of your human body, notice which parts are available to be noticed, to be felt. Be aware of the sensations and the changes in sensations from the tailbone to the sacrum, to the lumbar, to the thoracic, to the cervical spine, from the bottom there to the top. And with the exhale, as the awareness descends, again, you trace the spine and you notice all the sensations. You're looking for the experience of the spine inside of your body. What is it like to be the spine of your body? Let the breath move up and down as you hold this curiosity. Letting the breath sweep up and down like an old friend that brings soothing and gifts of oxygen, noble gases on the inhale, and takes away the tensions on the exhale, letting your body let go with every breath out. Awareness moving up and down the spine. And if you like an ujjayi pranayama, if you like that practice of slightly engaging through the throat, of making that snoring sound, you are welcome to practice that. If you like an interrupted breath, if you like to take little sips of inhale and pause along the way, you might do that. And perhaps this breath awareness, an awareness of the spine in the breath, might be all you need today. That might be the focus of your practice. So taking another 2 or 3 minutes with the breath, watching the breath, maybe doing one of your favorite techniques. Know that whatever you're doing, it's more than just breathing. You are supporting the whole energetic framework of your body. These practices are about the life force that governs all of you. Feet and legs, hands and arms, pelvis, trunk, neck and head together. Let yourself take another minute with these techniques. And there's no way to do this wrong. Let me remind you again, this is your practice, your body, your breath. And as you let the efforts dissipate, let go of the techniques, let go of the focused awareness, be here, present and now with what is. How does the breath show up when you make no effort? How does the body breathe when it's free to do whatever it wants to do whatever it needs to do? What happens there? Letting the body move and breathe, the breath move and breathe. Natural breath awareness as we prepare now, shifting into the practice of Yoga Nidra. In this practice tonight, you are invited to be in your most comfortable position. Again, that might be sitting for you. Again, there's no wrong way to do your practice. Reclining is suggested as a position that demands the least effort from the body. So if you are in a place where you're able to lie down, that is recommended. And as you lie down, if you choose to do so, you are finding whatever expression of this horizontal position feels best. You might want to be on your back. You might want to be on the side of your body, like a fetal position on left or right, or you might be on your belly somehow, supported by blocks under the forehead maybe, or under the belly, under the ankles. Take whatever props you need and whatever time you need to situate the body in its most comfortable. The practice of Yoga Nidra today can also be focused around the needs of the low back. And in the yogic understanding, the low back is the house of the first and second chakras, those energy centers that are associated with fear and our will to live, as well as creativity and our capacity to make in the world. So as you settle your body, as you find your comfortable organization in place, you might put something under the knees. You might cover your eyes with maybe a sleeve of a sweatshirt, or an eye pillow if you happen to have one, perhaps a shawl. That's an option. These are all invitations. None of it is required, and you know what you need and what you desire. So allowing the body to find these things, to get what it needs to be settled in preparation for this practice. Letting each foot be exactly where it wants to be, each hand exactly where it wants to be. This practice begins with body awareness, with this coming home of the attention. Those of you who had a movement class coming into it might have that connection to your body a little better established, but there's no rush and there's always deeper to go. So let the mind come home. Let the mind be fully within the inner landscape. As you listen to the sounds around you, all of the sounds of the room, the space, the sounds of these instructions coming from your device there, the sounds that your body is making. Listen to the sounds of digestion, maybe the heartbeat, and listening to the sound of the breath. Tuning in to this gentle whisper or quite subtle sweep of air through the nose or through the throat, listening for the most subtle sounds there available. And as the awareness comes into the body with the breath, let yourself be in the heart space. And dropping deeper into the solar plexus, into the midline there, just above the navel, noticing the body's energy levels and comfort. And keep dropping the awareness into the lower belly, below the navel, and into the hips, into the pelvis. Awareness of the body from the inside. And letting the low back receive this question, how do I wish to feel? Perhaps the low back, perhaps another part of the body would like to feel better, would like to feel stronger, more steady, more flexible. How do I wish to feel? What is it that I long for in this body? How do I wish to feel? Holding that awareness. And perhaps crafting an intention, if it feels good to do so, to use the words that you know are potent for you. You might repeat in your mind how you wish to feel and what you are crafting and building here from your creative energy center. And you might be open. You might be open to receive guidance from this state of altered awareness, from this state of Yoga Nidra, being open to the guidance to come from within. There's no wrong way to do this. And as you plant those seeds of intention, whether they are specific intentions or the intention to remain open, you let those go. And let the awareness come down to the feet. Let yourself notice the left foot with the left heel and the sole of the foot, the big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth. Be aware of the top of the left foot and the ankle, the calf and the shin on the left knee, the left thigh, front and back, outer and inner thigh, all the way into the left hip. And as the awareness touches these parts of the body, let there be space. Let this be an invitation to create and invite space into the left hip, into the left buttock, into the sacroiliac joint, that edge between the sacrum and the pelvis on the left, and on the right sacroiliac joint. As the awareness moves into the right buttock and the right hip, the right thigh, front and back, outer thigh and inner thigh, reaching awareness up to the right groin and down to the inside of the right knee, and the outside of the right knee, down to the lower leg of the right side, the shin and the calf. Be aware of the right ankle and heel, the right foot, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth. Be aware of the two legs, resting, soft, and filled with space between every joint, the spaces between the toes and within the knuckles of the toes, the spaces between the bones of the feet and in the bones of the ankles. Find the space at the knee joints, in the hip joints, and in the subtle joints that are the sacroiliac joints at either side of the sacrum where it connects to the pelvis. Let there be space. The awareness traces the opening of the pelvis there at the top, from the hips around to the pubic symphysis, to the other hip and around to the back. And let the awareness move up the bones of the lower back, between the sacrum and L5, the lumbar bone lowest, creating a little space there with your awareness, with your own appreciation for your body there, little space between L5 and L4, between L4 and L3, letting the breath and the awareness create space, between L3 and L2, between L2 and L1, and the lumbar spine turns into the thoracic spine where the ribs connect. Find a space between L1 and T12, T12 and T11, T11 and T10, moving the mind slowly up between the ribs there along the spine between L10 or T10 and T9, T9 and T8, T8 and T7, offered that space, T7, T6, T6 and T5, offering space between the bones of the thoracic spine, all those bones that connect to the ribs between T5 and T4, T4 and T3, T3 and T2, T2 and T1. T1 is the prominent bone in the upper back that many of us can palpate or even see. Let this space continue as the spine becomes the neck or the cervical spine. C7 touches T1. Let there be space between those bones, between C7 and C6, C6 and C5 and C4, up into the neck of C3. C2 is named axis. This is the bone of the neck that allows us to shake our heads, to gesture no. And the final topmost bone of the neck, C1, known as atlas. Let there be space between axis and atlas, between T2 and T1. T1 allows us to nod our heads forward and back in the gesture of yes. Inviting the yes to space, the yes to freedom, the yes to feeling good in your whole spine, with the spaces given to each bone and the discs in between each bone, spongy-like, soft discs that allow the spine all of its movements. And bring the awareness back down a little bit to the shoulders. Notice the right shoulder and the upper arm on the right, the elbow and the forearm, giving space to the bones of the wrist of the right and the right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring, and little finger. And be aware of the palm of the right hand. Be aware of the palm of the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring, and little finger. Be aware of the wrist on the left and the forearm, elbow and upper arm, to the left shoulder and armpit, and over to the collarbones as you become aware of the chest on the left and the right, and the breastbone at the center, and the right collarbone and the left collarbone and the hollow between, the front of the neck and the back of the neck, right and left sides of the neck, awareness of the back of the head, right and left sides, right and left ear, chin and lips, nose and cheeks, eyes, right and left, and eyebrows, left and right, eyebrow center, forehead, and the crown of the head. Together, the face, the head, the neck, right and left arm, chest and upper back, low back, abdomen, and the two legs together, this whole body with its whole spine, the whole body, and the whole spine, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Be aware of the whole body, resting here, breathing the whole body in the awareness that is Yoga Nidra, the whole body. Breathing, and the breath moves with awareness up from the tailbone, up to the top of the neck on inhale, and down from the neck to the tailbone on exhale. Breathing in, watching the breath fill and rise the energy of the body, sweeping the low back and the mid back and the neck with the inhales and the exhales. The inhales filling you with your intention. The inhales bring you what you need, be it strength, maybe flexibility, maybe ease, comfort. And every exhale, your good friend, to take what you no longer need. Every exhale removes whatever feels tight and tense. And every inhale provides exactly what you need. Be with your breath, this lifelong companion of your body. Watch the inhale, follow the exhale, comes after the inhale, moves again into an exhale. Holding the question, how do I wish to feel? And what does my back need? What does the low back need to tell me? What do I need to know? Is there something about the material world, something about the will to live, the sense of grounding, belonging, allowing the body to reveal what it needs as the mind and the heart hold the open space to understand? Perhaps this is creativity, the ability to make, to invent, to produce objects of beauty, practical objects, to show up lovingly in relationship with friends and family, partnership, letting the awareness dwell there around the pelvic floor and the content of the pelvis, the inner landscape of the body, at the lower back, at the lumbar spine. What is there for me to understand? What is there to know, to feel, to experience? How do I wish to feel? How do I wish to feel? And what does this body need to feel even better? Listen, listen in. Take a moment to listen to your body. What does it need? What does this body need? How do I wish to feel? How do I wish to feel? And what are the next steps? What can be done to feel the way I wish to feel? Is there something to practice? Is there a habit to engage with? Perhaps resting more, trusting more, letting go. What does the low back need so that it feels its best? What is its experience from its perspective? And let that go. Be aware again of the whole body. Scan again the feet and the legs, the pelvis, the thorax, to the arms and to the hands, and up the neck and head to the details of the face. Be aware of the whole body. The whole body. As this practice concludes and comes to an end, you might choose to stay where you are. You might remain in this resting place, and you might choose to come out. You might choose to be aware of the whole body and to listen to the sounds of the room and the environment, listening to the sounds of these instructions and any other sounds closer by, listening to the sound of the breath itself. Feel the breath, feel the movement of the breath in the body, feel the body breathing, and allow the breath to deepen. Give yourself perhaps a yawn or a deeper inhale, and notice what the body needs. Do you need to stay there and rest? Do you need to twist and stretch? Do you need to roll to the side or hug your body, fold the legs up or the arms? You might touch the fingertips to the thumb to help wake up the body, and you might touch your face, giving your eyebrows and forehead a little soothing. You might massage your earlobes if you'd like to wake up a little bit, stimulate the whole map of the body there, the reflexology points. So if you're choosing to awaken, you are moving in ways that feel good, that help the body feel grounded, that help you feel present. That's right. Hands together to give that warmth to the eyes and the face. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here tonight. This practice is complete. And I look forward to the next one. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and leave a comment about your experience. And while you're here, please subscribe to my channel and opt in for notifications to catch the next class I upload. And then head over to olgachwa.com to join in a live event or to work one-on-one with me. I'm here to help.